Hey, I wanted to personally take the time. So my name is Dr. Daisha Andrews, and I came for a quick second just to welcome. Hey, guys, it's your girl Daisha, and of course, she's on purpose. Listen, we're on to question number 2 of the 7 questions to help reveal your purpose. So, question number 2 is, what problems would I like to solve? Now, it's very similar to question number 1, right? Which asks you what type of issues do you care most about. But let's just be honest. There may be a lot of issues that we care about, but we're not trying to solve each one of them, right? And so yesterday, you probably found out that there were a lot of different things that you cared about, but you don't have this burning desire to solve every single problem. We know that we can't solve every single problem. And our purpose really is connected to it that from question number 1, right? An issue that we have and probably have experienced. And then the second question is the problem you'd like to solve. Of all those issues, I want you to write down. So I want you to write down number 2 first of all. Write down the question. What problem would I like to solve? And think about of all the issues that I care about, the ones that I care the most about, like what do I have this burning desire to solve? Who do I want to help, right? Like, what is it? It could be, I've been in a domestic violence situation before. That's an issue that's really near and dear to my heart. I want to, help women. I want to solve the problem of women having, limited resources when they're ready to leave, right? I want to solve the problem of women, not having sufficient income when they're ready to leave. So I want to maybe help them be able to, maybe I want to put something together to help them gain job skills, right? Or some kind of workable skills that they can go get gainful employment with. And so I want to solve that problem because I'm noticing that's a huge problem within the issue that is near and dear to my heart. And so you may have a lot of issues, but you may not have this burning desire to solve a problem. Guys, when you wake up in the morning, and all you can think about is how you can help in this way or that way, and or maybe it's not all you think about, but it's a lot of what you think about, like how can I help here, how can I do this, how can I solve this problem. And the problem is not just about you, but it's also for other people. That is closely connected to your purpose, because your purpose is connected to this burning desire of something you want to do. God is not this, like, we know God has a sense of humor, but not in a way where it's sadistic, right? Where it's like, I'm gonna give you a desire to do something that's gonna have nothing to do with your purpose, and you're never gonna be able to meet that desire. Like, it's crazy, right? That wouldn't make sense. We have these core needs, these core desires, and God is so beautiful and so creative and intuitive and innovative that he allows our desires to be connected with what he created us to do anyway. That's why he gave us the desire to want to solve the problem, to care about the issue, to experience the issue. One of the things that I learned early on is that we don't really care about things that we haven't experienced. And we're not interested in solving problems that we have not experienced. That's just reality, y'all. That really is. It's like I don't even know anything about the problem to care about trying to solve it. You care so much about things because it's something that happened in your life. It's something that happened to somebody that you know. In some kind of way, you have a personal connection to this problem, to this issue, and that's why you want to solve it. It doesn't matter how small you think it might be, right? It doesn't matter how small you think the role that you can play in it is. You play a role. We're all pieces of this puzzle. And so this second question is one that you have to really dig. You might have to dig deep for. Like, what problem, like, before I leave this earth, I want to have made a dent in this issue. I want to have solved this problem in some kind of way. I want to have made an impact in that area. So I really want you to think about what that is, and I want you to write it down. Write it down under number 2. What problems Do I want to solve? Yeah, I want to solve the problem of never having enough money at the end of the month, having more month than money. I want to solve that problem for people. I want to solve the problem of not being a millionaire. I want to solve world hunger. I want to solve, I want to make it where there's never any, youth leaving foster care and not having the proper education and resources and tools to be able to live independently. Yes, I want to solve that problem, but what can I do? Right? But if that's a problem I want to solve, then I will find a way to be able to at least have a small impact in that area. That's important. And so when you're thinking about this question, don't think about it I don't want you to think about it in a way that's going to discourage you. Remember, this is a discovery process. The more that you can learn about you, what you really, really genuinely care about, then the more you'll get, the closer you'll get to revealing what your purpose is, because your purpose, guys, is going to meet a need for you, and it's going to meet a need for the world. Always. Your purpose is never one-sided. It's not just about you. It is going to meet a core need. It's going to make you feel good, or it's going to, whatever it is that's a core need of yours, it's going to give you recognition. It may bring you some money. Whatever it is, it's going to meet a core need of yours, but it'll also meet a need of the world that the world has, because our purpose is never just about us. It's never just about us. And so the goal of this question is to help you understand what problems you want to solve, right? And then have you begin to think about, okay, what could I possibly do? As we go into the next questions, you'll see, like, okay, what can I do to help me solve this problem? And most people will tell you, go, who are you? Whose are you? All this stuff. That's important too. But you don't know who you belong. You may not have an understanding of who you are yet and who you belong to yet. And so, starting with the things that you care a lot about, it says a lot about who you are. The problems that you want to solve, it says a lot about who you are, right? That's important. It's helping you understand more about who you really are and what it is, what mark you want to make in this world, right? And your purpose is connected to that. Don't think that it's just a selfish act. Is I want to solve this problem because this is the problem I want to solve. Trust me, it is connected to your purpose. If it's a problem that you want to solve some kind of way, you're already equipped to solve the problem. You just don't know it. You just don't know it yet. But our goal here is to help you reveal, how you can eventually get to that point where you can solve the problem. So guys, remember, write down question number 2. What problems do I want to solve? Write down your answers. What problems what's problems to what issues? Like, I want to solve the problem of kids leaving, foster care and not being really ready to be independent. The how, I don't know, but that's a problem I want to solve. There's a lot of issues I care about, but not to the point where I'm like, I want to be the one to solve that problem. No. I care about those issues. I pray that somebody steps up and somebody solves those issues. And if there's anything that I can do to help someone else who is attempting to solve that problem, I would want to help them because it's an issue I care about. But do I want to be the one on the forefront solving that problem? Not every issue that I have. And so think about which problems you really want to solve. And be honest with yourself. It's okay if you don't want to solve world hunger. That doesn't make you a bad person. Uh-oh. Hold up, y'all. That was the fire alarm. I completely forgot I put something on the stove. It didn't burn. Nothing was. It just, my fire alarms are super sensitive. So anytime the smoke, any kind of like steam, anything, it sets the fire alarm off. So nothing's burned. Everything's okay. Nothing's on fire. But okay, somebody wanted to solve the problem of people not dying in burning homes or not being aware that a house was on fire. So they created a smoke alarm. See that? The problem that you want to solve doesn't have to be this whole massive global problem, right? I want to just reiterate that. It could be you want to solve a problem in your community. You have this burning desire. That could be your purpose to solve problems in your community, certain problems or whatever it is. Here's the thing, guys. Our purpose has levels. It has levels. And so just because your problem to help, your desire to want to solve issues with the local community parks or whatever it is, means that that's something small. Or it's like, oh, I can't do that for the rest of my life. Once the problem is solved, then the problem is solved. But then there are other communities who may need that same assistance. Then you may need to teach people how to do what you did to help solve the problems. Like whatever it is, our purpose it goes from level to level. And it's never tied to just one title, guys. One job function, one title. It expands, right? It expands. It can be in that same type of arena. Like I am a teacher. It is my purpose. I was created, I was designed, right? But in the capacity in which I teach changes. And I'm teaching people to discover their purpose. I'm teaching people to get over limiting beliefs. I'm teaching people how to really live out a life that is authentically on purpose, right? But I was a classroom teacher. I was teaching people reading, English, math, all that stuff. Then I was a teacher of teachers, and I was a college professor, and I have fulfilled my purpose at many different levels and many different functions with many different people. You understand? And so I don't want you to get captured in your thoughts thinking, this problem I want to solve, but once I solve it, then what? It doesn't work like that. Or my purpose can't be just to solve this one thing my whole life. It could be solving that problem at different levels and different capacities throughout life. And so I want you to think about it in that way. So really make sure, write down this question: what problems do I want to solve? Right under number 2. And then I want you to write down the answer and be honest with yourself. It's not going to make you a bad person if you don't want to solve like all these global issues. There's nothing wrong with that. We're trying to get to a better understanding of what your purpose is and where you should be authentically operating. All right? And so I want you guys to make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about this. Let me know how this question blessed you, how it helped you. And make sure that you also share. Help me grow this channel, y'all. Share. But like and subscribe first and turn on that little bell so that you can get notifications every time a new video is posted. We're going to move on. Make sure you go ahead and go to question number 3. All right? In this 7-question series. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.